belong to me.
A new one every week. Beautiful Hurricane Rana of Gabriel. And there's the unholy roller. You're gonna die, Jason! How does that feel? Oh, yeah!
No, it's not the latest reality-based nonsense on primetime TV. It's actually the best pro wrestling in North America. That makes us NWA Wildside. Thanks as always for joining us. Stephen Prazak along with Dan the Dragon Wilson, and a big thank you to my old partner in crime, Scott Hudson, for filling in for me for the last couple of weeks. And a big congratulations to Dan the Dragon Wilson for having his head shaved by somebody other than the NWA Elite. Now, I haven't been here now for a couple of weeks, so tell me, what all did I miss?
I would be glad to provide you with that information
Well,
when
thank you.
tell me something. How in the hell did you go to the Bahamas on an NWA Wildside salary?
Well, because some people make a little bit more money than you do, Dan.
I'm insulted. I'm going to the Human Resources Department now.
Wait till after we get the start of the show over.
Okay, last week on NWA Wildside, we saw in action the ticking time bomb, Scotty Wren and Tank. They were gonna put to rumors the rest that all the trouble and aggression and animosity between the former Wildside Tag Team Champions was over. What we saw was something different entirely. Tank, the sickle-wielding maniac, joining Al Getz Enterprises and perpetrating a gang attack on the ticking time bomb, Scotty Wren. Disgusting to say the least. We also saw a mutual contender determined by Rick Michaels on one side, Jeff G. Bailey on the other. That was rookie upstart Jason Blackman, set to take on Wildside Heavyweight Champion Iceberg. It was not a matchup. It was a demolishment. Jason Blackman was completely destroyed by the No Pain Train as the NWA Elite walked away with their heads held high. Once again, fans, Rick Michaels took a heavy exception to that. The CEO is here tonight. He is making a State of the Wildside address.
Also here tonight is the NWA North American Heavyweight Champion, Jorge Estrada. He's putting that title on the line against the Texas Sandstorm, Hot Stuff Hernandez. And there's more. The original XTC, Jimmy Rave, meets up with the role model, Jason Cross, recently reintroduced to the NWA Elite. All this and more this week on Wildside.
Hi, concession lady Sandy.
Hi. What are you doing?
I have a problem, and I think you can help me. You see, me being the current NWA Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, not to mention the current NWA Wildside 2002 Rookie of the Year, I have a bit of a problem. You see, a couple weeks ago, CEO Rick Michaels, he stole my finisher, the Phoenix Fury leg drop. And I know you love that move. There's a twinkle in your eye that says so. And what I need you to do is sign this petition here to bring back the Phoenix Fury leg drop. Now, I know I may have, dropped a couple people on their heads, but it's wrestling. I want to win. I mean, I'm a champion, and I want to keep this bad boy. So if you wouldn't mind, would you just put your name on here?
Do you want to buy something, Sal?
Buy something?
Yeah, popcorn.
Popcorn? This is important business here. I want my finisher back so I can win my matches. I don't want to use the double shot anymore. That move's pretty ugly. Popcorn, how much? $1. I've had enough of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time to present a very special State of the Wildside address, the CEO of NWA Wildside, the former four-time World Tag Team Champion, two-time Wildside Heavyweight Champion, the original
Frankly, it's remarkable to see him walking out without any assistance from canes, crutches, walkers, what have you. They just don't make men nearly as tough anymore as the original chosen one, Rick Michaels, and happily, he's our CEO. And his State of Wildside address begins right now.
This state of address that Dan just called this is going to be directed to one person. Jeff G. Bailey, if you're back there, get your ass out here now.
Rick Michaels calling out Jeff Bailey. I'm glad Rick is progressing as much as he has here, but I don't think this is a really wise idea. Bailey happily out here by himself, though. That's a good sign. The expression on Bailey's face obviously doesn't know what's going on.
See, you were man enough to come out here by yourself. Bailey, there's one reason why I don't just knock the crap out of you right now. Because I know each and every person here at Wildside, just as bad as me, wants to see you get your ass beat. But you see, Jeff, being the CEO and a kind of official around here, I'm going to actually do things by the book. You see, Bailey, at the last television taping, I saw exactly what you did to Jason Blackman. You took your belt off and you whipped him like he was an animal. He's a human being, shut up. Bailey, I know exactly why you targeted Blackman. You were trying to insult me because it's a known fact. Blackman was my last trainee. I was training here at the Wildside School. Bailey, if you're trying to get at me by beating on somebody else, you ain't got to go through anybody else. I'm standing right here in your face. If you got something to say, bitch, say it.
Let me explain something to you, Rick Michaels. I understand how your love for this business enslaved, degraded, and eventually destroyed you, and you're no longer the man you once were. You're a shell of your former self, and what you've become is a burden to your friends and your family. And the job you're doing around here is mediocre at best. When I was the CEO, everything ran smooth, and all these fans were thrilled every time they came here because they knew with me in charge, everything that was supposed to happen was gonna happen. So what I'm gonna do is be generous and offer you right now, I will take over for you as CEO because I know that you can't quite handle what's been going on. I mean, think about it. Maybe we could do it as a team, me and you together. We could be just like Stephen Hawking. I would be the world's smartest man half, and you could be the worthless cripple half.
He's kidding. Surely he's kidding.
Bailey, I'm only 50% ready to get back in the ring. I couldn't go with any of those guys. But if I was just a quarter ready, I could still stick my foot up your ass. Bailey, I'm gonna be nice and just walk out of this ring. But you hear this warning. If we're ever face to face again, I'm gonna stick my foot so far up your ass you'll be able to floss my shoestrings, bitch.
No, oh my God! Jeff Bailey just clocked Rick Michaels!
What?
In the back! But Dan, you stay here!
It takes a lot of balls to beat a man that had back surgery that ended his wrestling career on April the 28th! Son of a bitch!
Good heavens! And interestingly, all of the students backstage, as well as Rick Michaels' wife, in here to check on the fallen CEO as Jeff Bailey hightails it out of here. And leaves quite a wake of a breeze in its hand. Oh, God.
The man is borderline crippled, and that tells you exactly what kind of human being Jeff G. Bailey is, if the bastard even qualifies.
No, he barely qualifies, I dare. I'd like to think that one day, hopefully, Jeff Bailey will have an inoperable tumor at the base of his spine. That's what I would like to hope for the former CEO, Jeff G. Bailey. But not only did he beat the hell out of Rick Michaels, who is maybe 30% at his old status here, he clocked him from behind when Rick Michaels wasn't even looking.
Rick Michaels had a severe back surgery on April the 28th of 2002. He's barely healing. 30% is being generous as relates to his physical condition. He just stopped walking without the aid of a cane a week ago.
And he's walking out without any assistance. God bless Rick Michaels. You need to spread that around, pal. I'm glad it didn't get any uglier. I mean, thank heavens for all that is holy that no Iceberg, Rain Man, and Jason Cross were anywhere near. That would have been tremendously horrible news. But oh boy, Jeff G. Bailey digging quite a hole for himself here at NWA Wildside, Dan.
Oh, we've seen the depths the ship of the NWA Elite could sink, but this son of a bitch just went to the bottom of the ocean.
Certainly did. More Wildside right after this. Hang with it.